Alright, let me get my phone to cooperate, guys. Beautiful. Alright, so this entire video is about beautiful and glorious slope. So we're going to be finding slope from graphs, from tables, and from points. Look, points. So what is the equation for slope? We said that slope is delta y over delta x, change in y and change in x, which turns into y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, if you like math and you like numbers, this is the easiest way to do it. If you're not a huge fan of math and you want to just look at a graph, I'm going to show you how to do that too. So if I have my graph and I want to find the slope of this line. First off, you know line, so hang on a second. We'll grab another color. So let's say I've got this guy. Okay. First off, you need to find points, like if you had a grid here, you need to find points where it hits perfectly in the squares. Like, so if there's a bunch of squares, do my grid lines, I want to find where it hits right in the corner. So like, this doesn't hit perfectly at 4 or 5, right? Excuse me, at 5 or 6. It hits right in the middle, so I don't want to use that point. However, this guy down here hits right at 5, which is perfect. And I'm giving you a point here that's also perfectly in the corner. So this is at point 2, 4. Again, you crawl and then you walk and then you stand. So you go left and right and then you go up. So I went over 2 and up 4 and got 2, 4. I went over 5 and up 0 and got 5, 0. So if I want to find the slope of this line, first thing I can do is I can count. So this is for all you math haters. So if you don't like numbers, you don't like the way things work, you can do this. I guess you read left to right, correct? I said that. So from left to right, this point comes first. So if I'm moving this way, I hit this point first. So I'm going to start here. Now I can go over and down, or I can go down and over. It doesn't matter. But since slope is change in y over change in x, the change in up and down over the change in left and right, let's go down first. So I'm going to go down. How far do I need to go down before I go over? Well, let's see. I go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went down, again, I'm lining up here. I went down 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I'm right here. And then how far do I need to go over? Well, I need to go over 1, 2, 3. So I went down 4 and I went over 3. Okay. Again, this is delta y over delta x. So now I need to, there's no arrows in math, right? I'm going to have to turn those into something. So what do you think down 4 means? You think that means add 4 or subtract 4? Beautiful. Subtract 4. So I got negative 4 over, now this one's a little funky. If I start at the origin and I go to the right, am I going positive or negative? Well, if I'm going to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, over here would be negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So to the right is positive. So plus 3. Do I need to put the plus? No. So my slope is simply negative 4 over 3. Okay? Okay. Now how would you do it math-wise? Well, it's actually pretty simple. All I do is I'll label my points. And it doesn't matter how I label them, as long as I do x, y, and x, y. So I can make this x and y 1, or I can make this x and y 1. Just to mess with you, let's make this one x and y1. So let's make this x1, y1, x2, y2. Alright? So as long as they grouping have the same little subletter, so x2, y2. Now I can plug it into this guy. So what is my y2? It is 4. Minus my y1, which is here, which is 0. Over, what is my x2? 2. Minus my x1, 5. Okay? 4 minus 0 is 4. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Now you're like, whoa, Lunsford, that's not right. These things are not the same. Actually, they are. Just because my negatives are on top and on bottom doesn't change the value. It still means the same thing. So all 3 of these are the same. You may not have known that until right now. But this, negative 4 over 3, and, 4 over negative 3 and negative 4 over 3 all mean the exact same thing. So I don't need the negative. It doesn't matter if the negative goes on top or bottom. It makes the whole fraction negative. These all three mean the same thing. So did I get the same answer? Yes. I got negative 4/3 on both of them. Whether I just counted down and over or if I use my points. X2, Y2, X1, Y1. Okay, so that's finding slope on a graph. Now, from a table, you don't get the luxury of counting down and over. You have to just use the math. Sorry for you math haters. No way around it. So if I tell you that all, of these points fall on a line. Okay, all of those are on a line. Okay. I need how many points in order to figure out my slope? Well, I need to find the slope between 2 points. It doesn't matter which two I use. However, I'm going to take this time right now to teach you a special type of slope. Okay? And it will be called average rate of change. Now, we're going to cover this later, but I'm going to put a plug in for it right now. So average rate of change is finding the slope between two specific points. So their question might say, question 1, what is the average rate of change between x equals 0 and x equals 4? Okay, so let's say that's my problem. I hope you can read that. I'm going to read it out loud again in case you can't see it. What is the average rate of change between x is equal 0 and x equals 4? So what I'm going to do here is use these 2 points. So I'm going to use where x equals 0 and where x equals 4. And I'm going to plug those in to find the slope. So I'm going to plug in, let's make 0, 3, and 4, negative 3. And those are my x2, y2, x1, y1. Again, wow. Again, it doesn't matter which way I label them. Okay? And now I just plug into my equation. y2 minus y1 is 3 minus negative 3 over x2, which is 0, minus x1, which is 4. I solve. 3 minus negative 3 is a positive 6. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. And I have a slope. Now wait. What can I do with 6 over negative 4? Okay. Since they are both even, I know that what goes into them? 2. So I can divide out a 2 to simplify. And I get 3 over negative 2. So, 2 things to gather from this. If it asks for the average rate of change, it will give you the 2 points you need. Okay. Secondly, if it asks for just the slope, period, you can use any 2 points and plug them into the equation like I did. Again, if it says average rate of change, you have to use the 2 that it gives you. If it's just looking for the slope, you can use any 2. Okay. That is slope from a graph and slope from a table. Okay, if it gave you data points, say it said something like, I'll put you down here, 0, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and asked you to find the slope, same thing. You pick 2 points, doesn't matter which 2, you label them x1, y1, x2, y2, plug them in and solve. Okay, that is slope. You guys are awesome. Thank you and good night.